Welcome to the Royal Institution. Welcome to the Greenhouse Demo Day. I was here a year ago, my first demo day with Cohort 7. Cohort 8 was actually in the audience, so the cohort that you're hearing from today. And it's been such an incredible journey working with the founders over the last year. And you'll hear some very incredible journeys of roller coaster rides, pivots, and lots of success as well. So very excited to hear from the founders.
So we are Imperial College's Climate Change Innovation Program. And it's our sort of vision is that it should be as easy as possible in the world to start up and scale up your green solution to have as big an impact as possible. We have 4 categories of things that we do. The first is making that pipeline of ideas and talent as big as possible. The second one is to incubate those early stage business ideas, which is the Greenhouse Accelerator. The third is to build a great ecosystem, London, the UK, and in the world. The fourth thing that we do is connect with corporates and markets and try and help transform markets so that the solutions that you see today that are truly visionary, that they land in a marketplace that are ready to take on a visionary solution.
I run the commercial bank, and commercial banking at HSBC means that we support businesses of all sizes. We support the Greenhouse as a philanthropic partnership because accelerating climate solutions, and importantly today, widening access to all the opportunities that are out there is good for society. That's why we consider it philanthropic, but it's also essential for the long-term economic resilience of this country and other countries around the world. And now, as part of the renewal of our partnership with the Greenhouse, we have another announcement today, and that is supporting the launch of the new Opening Opportunities Fund. And it means that founders who face financial barriers can commit to the program full time.
If we don't change our cooling behavior, we're set to release another gigaton of CO2 equivalent into our atmosphere, just from us trying to keep cool.
Emissive has created a paint that cools buildings down by emitting heat directly into outer space. I know it sounds a little bit sci-fi, but it's actually how the Earth naturally cools itself. Here's how it works. First, our paint reflects over 95% of incoming sunlight to prevent heat gain at the building level. Then, it emits infrared heat within a specific wavelength that passes through the Earth's atmosphere, tapping into cold space as the ultimate heat sink.
Wind is abundant, it is global, it is inexhaustible. But harnessing energy from wind has a critical weakness, the blades. And that is why we've developed BladeBug, a 6-legged robotic platform that attaches directly to the surface of the blades, able to walk around performing tasks with agility, precision, and control. The robot has not been designed to perform just one job, it is agnostic. Swap its payload, it's an inspection device. Swap its payload again, it's a repair device. One platform, multiple capabilities. This is a fundamental change how wind turbine blades are maintained.
I'm Amit, CEO of Remedium. We're helping heavy industries decarbonize without any financial sacrifice. How? Lime loop. That can capture 36 times more CO2 over its lifetime, which cuts the material cost by more than 80%. When we expose lime loop to exhaust gases, it captures CO2 and releases high temperature heat, which we supply back to the host plant as cheap heat. For 6 to 8 hours a day, when we have access to cheap electricity, we convert that into heat to regenerate lime loop, so it can capture CO2 again.
We are developing a commercial flood insurance product specifically integrating nature-based infrastructure as a way to provide the risk transfer that's required. The solutions are there, and the space is available, hidden in plain sight. And we've demonstrated that this works with Camden Council. We've proved that in just one drainage area with 39 buildings at risk, we were able to cut the modeled flood risk by 55%, just using interventions on their site, such as nature-based solutions like this retention basin. This is saving over 1.3 million in estimated damage costs.
Air pollution is not static, it's dynamic, and it changes all the time. There's currently no technology that allows variation in filtration grade, and that's exactly what we're developing. We're developing a technology that allows us to control particulate matter size to change the efficiency of existing systems. We do this through a process called acoustic agglomeration, basically meaning that we're using sound as a way to cluster an almost snowball particulate matter with each other so that they're easier to capture using the same filters. So the filters that we already have can act as if they were higher grade filters.
I'm Pooja, and I'm the founder of UpGreen. We drive retrofit projects off paper and into real life. There are a lot of buildings that need upgrading, and they simply don't have enough CapEx in the budget to do it all. They don't measure impact in terms of energy savings. They measure impact in terms of risk avoided and effect on valuation. It dawned on me that we could unlock the budget owners have by showing them impact on their terms. And this is what UpGreen does. We translate a list of addresses into an actionable roadmap for asset managers and owners, one that they can take direct to ICs and take projects from paper to real life.
At Acubat, we listen to batteries, utilizing sound to optimize battery manufacturing, quality control, and safety. By listening to batteries, we can utilize acoustic emission technology and machine learning algorithms developed during my PhD to optimize formation and monitor it in real time. We can then also simultaneously enhance our quality control tools to ensure that batteries are green, safe, and as best performing as possible. The technology works by placing acoustic emission sensors on top of batteries. As we listen to the sounds recorded, whether they're charged or discharged, we pick up features occurring. Using our developed machine learning, we can classify these signals and provide insights to manufacturers into exactly what's going on inside their cells.
The conversations we have around climate changes, the focus of what companies or governments or investors are doing changes, the technologies that come under the hype umbrella, that changes. But there is something I know everybody is thinking about them, is people. That factor, to me, when I've covered these stories, has remained the least changing. Most people, as we know from the people we are sitting around, our friends, have good hearts and want to work on meaningful solutions that bring benefits not just to themselves, but to the people around them and to the world. So if you are building a company with a bigger mission, you are likely to attract the kind of talented people that will help you execute your idea to the best extent.
How cool would it be if we had tiny robots that could break down plastic, custom designed for that purpose and deployed en masse? Actually, we do. Well, we've got the blueprints. They're proteins, tiny biological machines that we can design to build things up, to catalyze reactions, or in this case, break things down. Today, we sell our customers design, build, test, learn cycles. They send us a protein design, we make the protein, we send it back, they test it in application, and we iterate on the next one together.
We all know the story of the 3 little pigs, but this time we're building houses made of straw where the wool blows but no air gets in. At BioCM, we make insulation from straw that wraps around your building like a blanket and keeps your energy bills down.
But here's the problem. How much does it cost? And right now, the answer is too much. That's where we come in. At BioCM, we make sustainable insulation affordable, so you won't have to pick between price and the planet.
I am Redwan, co-founder and CEO of Big & Dice. We are a spin-out from Imperial College London, and we are innovating natural dyes for sustainable textiles, cosmetics, and food industries. How our technology works, we have an end-to-end solution starting from biomass growth in optimized condition. We can do both in open or closed system. Then extraction of those dyes using a raw energy process, and then fixing these dyes in textiles sustainably. Currently, any natural dyes you will find being used in textiles don't have a sustainable fixation process, which is a massive industrial problem. And we are unlocking this problem as well.
Somewhere right now, in a dark and cold UK factory, a machine is about to fail. And all the signs are there: sensor data, maintenance logs, are showing it, but nobody is watching. Meet Rob. Rob is your best colleague. He knows everything about your operations. He knows about all the maintenance, about all the issues that can become faults. Rob can schedule operations around variable energy prices so that you can run in the most cost-effective manner. Rob doesn't replace your colleagues. He empowers them with the data at the right time so that they can act when it's still possible to do so. Rob doesn't sleep. Rob is your virtual colleague that saves you money every single minute. On average, 50 to 70,000 pounds a year.
This is a snapshot of Caribbean where millions of tons of seaweed wash up on the shore. They smell, they rot, they disrupt the tourism industry, fishery industry, and damage the local marine ecosystem. Now, we tag this biomass as hazardous and have to pay a high price to dispose it of. But at C2 Carbon, we see it differently. We think this is an opportunity to clean our waters. So we take this contaminated biomass, pass it through our proprietary process that can separate and remove heavy metals and other contaminants and kind of have a product which is clean biostimulant for agriculture use.
So I'm Sylvain, I'm part of Forge Minerals, and we make minerals from CO2. So what do we make exactly? Our first product is magnesium carbonate made of atmospheric CO2, so derived from biogenic CO2. So what is the problem is the current method to make this material is highly carbon intensive, up to 7 tons of CO2 per ton of magnesium carbonate made. Our solution is much more milder condition of pressure and temperature, and it is based on the combination of sourcing magnesium compound of low carbon source with plant-based CO2, so biogenic CO2. And this is part of our IP, is the right conditions to make this chemistry happen.
I'm Richard, CEO of Pari. We are making wildfires response more effective and automatic. Pari was designed to be very easy to deploy. They are dispersed or airdropped using firefighters or drones very quickly like seeds in a forest. They then rely dormant on the ground until they are activated by the fire. Think about this much more like a glow stick rather than a normal IoT. You need the fire touching them to generate a thermal reaction that generates enough power to send signals to the emergency communication towers around. With that, we can triangulate exactly where the fire is and alert the response teams within 2 minutes. It then just degrades on the ground with minimum impact because of the organic materials that we're using inside of this sensor.
As the Greenhouse and as Undaunted, we've always been excited about supporting climate tech business across all sectors. That's why we're actually excited to be announcing a couple of new programs in the future. Today, we'll focus on the first one that is launching in October, which will be focused on sustainable food.
So we've been working on this for over a year now, and we can finally say out loud that we're launching this, so it's very exciting. Our job is to make sure that the research doesn't just end up in academic papers, but that it translates to the market. And we do so by incentivizing venture building and through a stage gate model, kind of accompanying the researchers in order to take their ideas out of the lab. But something we've been wanting to do for a while is find a way in which we can leverage our ecosystem, our infrastructure, and our network of partners as well to be able to support external startups, not just those coming from the Bezos Center.
Most exciting bit, the votes are in for the third space today, which is Remedium. Homage, there we go. Okay, well done. Second up, we got, make sure I don't make a mistake here, Change Bio. Amazing. And the first spot is a company that didn't even exist a year ago and has made incredible progress and an incredible pitch today. it's emissive. Well done, Sandra. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Well done to all the startups today. Really excited to have you all here. It's been a long journey, and that journey continues. We are here to support you, so you know where to find us. We'll see you latest at London Climate Action Week, and then hopefully at the next demo day in October as well. Thank you so much.